Working on a 2005 Mazda 6 with a 3.0 liter engine. Came in here for an overheating issue. And it was moving coolant right out the overflow jug, making some engine noise. So I pulled the engine cover off and look at the water pump. And this is what I found, is that tensioner seized up and belts off there. I can actually move the water pump, but they didn't let this go, so they had it towed in after it overheated. So hopefully I can post a video on changing that water pump, which is it's a little hard to see, but it's down underneath the big pulley there. So we'll get that changed and get this system bled out and see if they didn't do any other damage. Here's a look at the parts we ordered for the 2005 Mazda 6. Overheating and bad tensioner and water pump. So there's new tensioner, water pump gasket, water pump, new drag belt, a couple clamps for hoses, and some coolant. So to start this, you're going to want to get a drain pan. Put it underneath the water pump area. And I'm going to loosen a few things. I'm going to take this air box out of the way. You got this connector. Go. This vent tube. Pretty easy mechanic on that. It's a little green lever. Pull that up and it'll slide right off there. 10mm right there on the throttle plate. And I'm just gonna undo these clips. Maybe this purge valve. I got a vacuum hose. The bottom portion of that air box was just into rubber grommets, so just pull up on that, and that whole air box will come out. I'll give you a little better look. I'm going to take that tensioner off right now. It's got two 8mm bolts, one there and one down in there. I'll get that out of the way. And I'm going to take off the upper radiator hose right there at that junction, swing that to the side, and same with the lower radiator hose, the thermostat housing. Slide them aside. This would be a really easy job, but in Mazda or Ford's wisdom, there they put one bolt on that water pump. You can't get that out with this pulley on there, so you gotta try to use a puller to get that off there without ruining things. Here's a look at the setup I used to pull this pulley off. Just used a universal 3-jaw nut and bolts through the slots in the water pump. Somebody can leave a comment on the right tool. I'm sure Ford makes a tool to get this done, but this is pulling it off, so hopefully it doesn't bend it up. Now we have good access to the water pump. There's 8mm bolts holding that on. So I'm going to take that off, clean around the housing, and get ready to go back together. I thought it's noteworthy too that there's 3 of the bolts have washers on them. You can see that one and that one. And there's one down there. Those washers go on the shouldered bolts that actually hold the housing to the block. New water pump installed. So just a friendly reminder that you want to make sure that spins freely. And I always do that, and thankfully I did this time as well, because the one I had originally, the Reman, didn't spin freely. The impeller was deeper. So back to the parts store to get a new water pump, and that one works nice. So I'm going to continue to put this back together and put that pulley back on. I'll show you the tool you need to do that. Then we'll put the tensioner and the belt on and connect all the hoses, put the air box back on, put coolant in this thing. And this is a little tool set, a Pulley Puller Kit that I got from Advanced Auto. This is one we're going to use. This one installs pulleys. So, in the center of that camshaft, we need to thread this install tool into those threads. Now that that's installed, we need to hold this bolt right there, and we turn that bolt in, and that will work that pulley on.